But no, this is a large Hispanic area, and it's very easy for these things to happen up in this area and the other areas around the country.
One last question before we let you go, and I wanted to get a feel for the kinds of businesses that are looking the other way. Of course, it's automobile dealerships, but what about the banks? Are there large banks that are involved with this, or is this local banks that you see in the area?
It's a good question. It's definitely large banks that will get the funding for, it's any of the banks that will accept matriculars, and the ones that I'm aware of would be Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and then the manufacturer that I work for, their own bank themselves. I won't bring that one in particular, but even that one. So the manufacturers know what's going on as well. They're definitely very open to funding these types of situations. They have to definitely have, some type of a social security number that everything pops up pretty legitimate. But at the same point, it can't be legitimate when the person doesn't have a legitimate ID to go along with it. So, I don't know exactly how they say this is okay to do it. One thing that happened in 2008 with the tightening of the financial market, as far as lending goes, they used to use something called a TIN number, I think ITIN number, and they were allowing them to use those numbers up until that point. And that was like a temporary identification number. And so ever since that point, they can't use those. And if the customer comes in, has that number, it pops up that way. And so we have to try and find them, get them to come up with one that actually would be a legitimate type of social security number. So the banks have to be aware of what's going on. There's no other way.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. It's yet another example of what big business is doing and what's driving what seems to be a no-sense, no-win position for the GOP. Thank you so much for reporting that to us and taking the time to let us know what's going on in your particular business. Of course, this is happening in many other businesses. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
So if you're wondering why the GOP this week would fall on the sword, apparently, go against the wishes of over 80% of the people and support Obama's amnesty for illegal immigration, just consider the fact that this is being pushed by the largest banks, by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, that even if the GOP goes down in defeat, or even if these guys lose their seat in Congress, they're going to be able to go to K Street and become lobbyists. They're concerned only about themselves, not about the GOP, not about this country, and they really don't care about what's happening to you. That's why they don't care about what the majority of people want. Well, that's it for tonight's news. Please consider becoming a Prison Planet TV subscriber if you're not already a subscriber. Of course, that gets you the news every night as it's happening, plus access to all of Alex's documentaries. You can share that with up to 11 other people simultaneously. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Monday at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of Super Male Vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcodes with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.
Thanks for tuning in to this Friday edition of InfoWars Nightly News with Leanne McAdoo doing a great job earlier. I'll be back this Sunday on the radio, 4 to 6 p.m. Central, with the syndicated radio transmission. And Lord willing, we'll be back next Monday with our special visitors, Michelle and Harvey, also known as Mr. and Mrs. Obama Phone Lady. Michelle, take us out tonight with Harvey. What do you want to say to folks out there?
Just want to say hi, everybody.
All right, folks, we're here, shattering the left-right paradigm. and just talking about what really makes the world go around. Harvey, what do you think visiting the InfoWars studios?
It's very nice here. Shoot, I'm enjoying myself in Austin, Texas.
Obama phone lady here.
Yes.
Hey, I heard you got a phone that isn't an Obama phone now.
Oh, yeah, I got a phone, man. You want to see it?
Let me see it. Is it the InfoWars phone?
It's the INFOWARS.com phone. We changed from Obama phone lady to the big phone. This is the new. No more Obama. Upgrade.
And no more John Boehner. No more
John Boehner.
No more Republican rhinos.
No more Republican rhinos.
We're getting rid of all of them. We want
all of them. New people.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. And hey, we're gonna go to Barton Springs, go swimming.
All right.
Are you gonna jump in, Harvey?
Yeah, I swim.
All right.
And the range, shooting range.
And I'll also try to take you guys out to dinner Monday or something.
Okay, then that'll work.
You're cool if my kids go along with us.
Yeah, I told you I want to see your son.
All right, fantastic. All right. Maybe we'll go shooting when we have time to. All right, folks, that's it for this extended coverage. InfoWars Nightly News. Only here do we bring you the one, the only Obama phone lady, and we end with her famous Obama phone statement.
Obama.
You got Obama phone?
Yes, everybody in Cleveland, low minority, got Obama phone. Keep Obama in president, you know. He gave us a phone.
He gave you a phone.
Do more.
How did he give you a phone?
You sign up if you on food stamps, you on Social Security, you got low income, you disability.
Hey, I have a question. Okay, what's wrong with Romney again?
Romney, he sucks. Bad.
One of the ways law enforcement agencies apply for tax dollars is by touting large arrest numbers. Oftentimes, stings are used, but not always in the most ethical ways, such as when a California cop posed as a high school student to get teens to sell him dope. One of the teens, who was autistic, had no drug issues until he procured some marijuana for the undercover deputy, who he considered to be his only friend. The deputy's actions led to the arrest of over 20 students, many facing felony charges.
And one thing that they consistently have trouble answering is to be able to properly define entrapment. That always gives them a lot of trouble.
Yes, what exactly is entrapment? I'm all about busting dirty cops and agents, but when thousands of dollars are spent fueling a vice-filled investigation that pulls up nothing, policies need to be changed. Like when a Border Patrol agent went to Las Vegas to work a security detail. The security was for an illegal drug deal, but the agent claims he didn't know that. Whether or not the agent was double dealing, it was an elaborate sting set up by the feds that was dismissed because of questionable practices. And stories like these are all too common. People with no criminal intent pressured into committing illegal acts by those who wish to arrest them. Or in the name of security, feds burn up grant money and ethics in an attempt to catch small fish. I'll leave you with a few more examples of how some law enforcement agencies create the very criminals they fight. You can find more reports at INFOWARS.com.
It will tell you that the FBI, has foiled about 17 plots to kill Americans during the past 10 years. What it will not tell you is that there have been 20 foiled plots, and of them, 3 were interrupted by members of the public. The 17 that were interrupted by the feds were created by the feds.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Secure your Fluoride Shield at InfoWarsLife.com today.